Hey guys, I wanted to show you a couple new tools I got. Drill press, it's a Delta. A buddy of mine ended up buying him a newer, better drill press, which I'm happy for him. He deserves a good drill press. But anyway, he ended up selling me his old benchtop Delta. It's got a 1/2 inch chuck, everything that I need for right now. It's going to do. So. I don't know, it's just a bench top, so it doesn't go all the way to the floor. But yeah, we got us a drill press. That was one of the main things I really wanted. And so I'm going to move on. I'm going to move down the line here. I've kind of got them I've kind of got everything in a row, other than my assembly table / table saw. I really don't know how I'm going to set things up. I'll just have to see what happens when I'm building. We'll just see. So there's my bandsaw, or my drill press. Thank you to a buddy of mine for that. That was a great deal, and I appreciate that. I think everybody's already seen the disc sander that I ended up getting off of a buddy, or actually he gave it to me for Christmas. I thank him for that. But I finally got some pads on it, and got the fence back here on it and everything. So it works really good. It really helped me. Oh, I'll show you what I made with it. I don't know how well you can see this, but I made me a Thor shop hammer. Just a little by hand, you know. I cut everything out. I laminated a couple pieces of walnut and a piece of cherry for the handle. And this here is, I believe this up here is ash, but I'm not sure. It's not the best. It's kind of tapered. I put a lead weight in this end of the hammer, this heavy end. So it's pretty hefty, and it fits the hand all right. But I think I may take this down just a little bit more. But I did all that on this. I don't know if you can see that, but on the round part of that wheel, I shaped all this, and it really does a good job. So it's a heck of a nice wooden mallet for the shop. But I did, other than gluing it up and cutting, I put some shims in there to kind of tighten that up. But other than cutting that off on the bandsaw, which I just gave away my next tool, but other than cutting that off, I trimmed all this up, these halves, on the table saw, but that rest of it was done on the sander. So other than gluing it up and stuff, so there you go. This one here I'm really proud of. This is my father-in-law's old 6 1/8 inch Craftsman joiner. This thing, it didn't have any belts on it to drive it, so I got those fixed. And it didn't have a fence, so I made a makeshift fence out of some scrap. And it's got a makeshift power switch on it. But it works really good. It joints all my boards really good. Gets them flat for me, and I'm hoping to use that when if I decide to make some flags, some wooden flags. This one here, I'm really proud of. This is now I'm not quite sure. The research I've done, all the research I've done says it's anywhere from a 1950 to a 1977 model, which I think it's more in the 50s. It's the Sears and Roebuck and Company Craftsman, made by King Sealy Corporation. This thing is in perfect condition. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is the original stand that it's on. And I'm going to take the camera off the stand here and kind of show you by hand. So as you can see, there's the Craftsman logo and all that. But it's got, I believe it's the original stand that it come on. I don't think it's the original motor, because the research that I have done stated that the motor, the original motor, had a removable bearing plate so you could repack the bearings on the motor. This one here is old, but it's not, I don't think it's the original, and it's a heavy duty motor. I don't know anything about the motor. I haven't looked anything up on it. I think I'm going to do that. I'm kind of curious as to all that, but anyway, it's got a small 1/8 inch blade on it now, which I'm going to change out for. You can see how small that is. I'm going to change that out for a 1/2 inch, either a 1/2 inch or a 3/8, 3/2 per inch blade, flex back, which will help me do some good ripping and when I need to. But another cool thing about this saw is it's got its own power switch down here, and it plugs. I plug my extension cord into here, and then the saw plugs. There's 2 outlets here. One is controlled by the switch. This one is controlled by the switch, and then this one is not controlled by the switch. It's just for constant power. So I can also plug a light in here or something or whatever. But I thought that was really cool. And of course the switch down here, on-off switch. But that's all original. The stand is adjustable up and down. I can go up another probably 6 to 8 inches maybe. It's got wheels on the back so I can maneuver it around. And the spring deal right there, I did that. I think I'm going to take that off. I'm going to pull those springs off and solid mount this to where I can add tension by sliding the motor, because it likes to bounce. So I'm going to take that off. But man, I'm so excited about that. I appreciate my buddy Mike. He found this for me, and the guy was selling it. He only wanted $50, so I really got a great deal on it. And I appreciate my buddy Mike. He helped me carry it and drove it here and helped me put it in the shop and everything. So I really appreciate that. That's really going to come in handy. And Mike was also the one that sold me the the drill press, which is, I don't know why that's not. Oh, I do. Which that right there is that tool right there. This bandsaw and this drill press and that bandsaw, those 2 things right there, I have needed more than anything. But a lot of people that I've talked to that's starting a small shop has said that the table saw is the table saw is the most important, which I do agree. But man, a bandsaw and a drill press come in a real close second. That's this episode of the Mikey Show.